Carrie says, just don't be long. Ray, you like me. My wife says I'm the funniest when I don't know it. I want to tell you, gentlemen, that, it's been a while since I've been here, but the fellowship here is so thick you can cut it. It's a sweet thing to have fellowship. And fellowship is simply fellowship. We're all in the same boat, aren't we? And we help each other carry each other's burdens. And we get a chance to stop the world and get off and come in here where we are who we are out there. We're coming in here first to be with each other, but mostly to be with Christ. And so, Chuck calls me about 11 o'clock, give me plenty of notice, And I got to tell you, trying to stand in for Chuck is not an easy deal, because he's one of those gifted speakers I've ever seen.
Right, amen.
And, I just think this is one of the best things that goes on in this town. I really do. Because, I usually speak to leaders to be. One of the reasons I'm so passionate about middle school and high school is because they're going to be the fathers and the husbands. They're going to be the business owners. They're going to be the leaders of this community. And what's it going to be like when they get there? And do they need to have Christ in the center of their life? Is it going to be different for them to stand up as a Christian in their culture and community than it was for us? And as we all know, we have a tremendous challenge in front of us. But I see the challenge not necessarily as much for us as I do in seeing these kids have Christ in their lives. And let me tell you, one of the biggest things that's changed is the things that they used to get from home, they're not getting from home anymore.
Amen.
And as you look at, are they going to get it from the culture? Are they going to get it from politics? Are they going to get it from business successes and money? Where are they going to get Christ, which is the center of all the important things in life? And that's the challenge. And so, I'm always looking for a way that God's going to make a way for us to get in front of kids and tell them about Jesus. One of the things you probably don't know is that I took the baton pass from Elbert Shaw out at YDC. And we have up a group on Tuesday nights out there, and I get on there a couple of Sundays a month to do a Sunday school and then do some one-on-ones with them. And I just wanted to open up a little bit with just what happened this past Sunday. I asked them, I said, how many of y'all have ever had somebody angry at you? And they all raised their hand. I said, how many of y'all have ever been angry at somebody else? And they all raised their hand. I said, how many of y'all have been disrespected? And they all raised their hand. I said, how many of y'all ever disrespected somebody else? And they all raised their hand. I went down this list of things to ask them if they'd ever had it done to them, and had they turned around and done it to somebody else. And when I read the scripture, I operate under this pretense that God created us. Our purpose is to react to Him in all things. To the point that I don't think we act on anything, guys. We're always reacting to something. So whatever has your focus, whatever has your attention, is going to really determine what you do and what you say. I just want you to think about that just a little bit. As you look back at some of the things that you wish you hadn't done, what was in focus when you did? You with me on that? So, what I was trying to lead them up to a point where they would consider, okay, maybe I need to look at what my focus is on. How many of y'all come away after watching the news feeling like, $1 million, feeling really great? And think about it. How many of y'all like NFL football? How many of y'all really get excited when you watch NFL football these days? There's so many things that are trying to steal our focus on Christ that it ends up making us be and do things that we never intended to be and do. You with me on that? You follow me? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to rush through this. Listen to this. Jesus Christ, when He came to earth, did not come to judge. He came to save. Just imagine if you got up tomorrow morning and said, today I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm just going to try to give myself to seeing that they know Jesus Christ is their Savior. That's what I'm going to do with my day. How different would your day change? For it to be like Christ, then that kind of preoccupation is something we need to consider. Okay? Why didn't, when Adam and Eve sinned and the world started going down the toilet, why didn't he just destroy the universe and make another one? How many of y'all got kids? Have you ever felt like you just might as well just kill one and make another? Why not just take one out, let's make another one and try it, So why did God destroy the world and just create another one that didn't have all these issues? And there's only one reason I can think of. It's because he loves us. Think about that. He loves us. Now, I do a lot of pre-marriage counseling. I do a lot of marriages, and I do some post-marriage counseling, which is interesting how that... the statistic today is that 65% of all marriages fail in divorce. What does that tell you? Are they marrying the wrong people? Are they marrying at the wrong time? And here's my proposal. They fail because they don't know what love is. They don't really know what love is. See, God is love, right? Y'all heard that? Okay. God so loved the world that he gave us a little God and something. You hear all this love stuff, but listen, have you ever heard somebody tell you that love is a law? Love is a law. If it's God, it's what he's saying. That's the way we're supposed to live. How preoccupied are you with loving other people? Loving your family? No matter what else you do, no matter what else you say, no matter how you behave, how preoccupied are you with loving that person no matter what else they do? I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who were caretakers of their spouses. And when I asked them about how it went, and if they could go back, what they would do different, the answer is almost always the same. I would tell them I love them more. I would not be so preoccupied with all the stuff I had to do for them as much as I would be making sure they know that I love them and care for them. And have you ever thought about why you're still here? Why are you still alive? Was it a mistake? Or is there a purpose for you right now and for the rest of your time here on this earth? And I want to challenge you, and the word today is love. I want to challenge you that maybe it's for you to get a chance to understand the love of God in a deeper way and express the love of God in a deeper way. What do y'all think? Am I meddling a little bit? If you look at the word live and the word love, there's only one letter difference, right? Live is I, and love is O. And when I tell you that life without love is not life, that's when you say, oh. Love is what it's really all about. And there's love in this room. That's what I love about this whole gathering. There's love here. But for some reason, we go out that door and all of a sudden everything else becomes more important. There's a piece of love that seems to be the obstacle that keeps us from doing it. And there's a trust necessary for us to truly love somebody else. There's a trust. And I want to challenge you that it's not the trust in the other person. Because if you only love people that deserve it, you're never going to love anybody. You're not even going to love yourself. So the trust that is inseparable from love has got to be in the love of God. You got to trust God that he loves you. And he's showing you what love really is. And you got to trust that love never fails. Love always works. Think about the valuable people in your life. The people that you want to see and love to see. These are the people that you feel loved by. So here's two challenges, okay? One is are you a valuable person to the other people in your life because you love them? Is your value measured by your love life? Okay? Number two is, it's just like that first thing I said about YDC. You can't give something you've never received. You can't give love if you haven't received love. You can't react to love if you've never had. So maybe rather than going out there and trying to love everybody, going there and trying to love your wife, you know, all of a sudden, maybe what you need to do first is go back and make sure you get a big dose of God's love before you go out and try anything like that. Here's the second thing. I've found there's a lot of people that are very difficult to love, and the most difficult one is in the mirror. And one of the reasons I find it hard to love certain people is because, you know what, it's not their fault, it's mine, because I haven't forgiven them for the thing they've done to me. And does somebody have to give you permission to forgive them? Do they have to accept your forgiveness for you to forgive them? I would challenge you that you have to forgive before you can love. God's forgiven you. And God's love is sitting there. So maybe what we need to do is forgive ourselves. If God can forgive me, then why can't I forgive myself? You with me? Mm-hmm. And then I can receive the love of God, and then I can turn around and give the love of God. But you got to trust it, and you can't leave forgiveness out of it. Let me pray. Lord, I thank you for these men. I think there's a depth of wisdom in here. There's just a wide variety of experiences. Lord, some of them are going through travails right now. Some of them have trials and troubles. And Lord, it's a test on trusting you, not on what you do. Not trusting in what you do. Lord, there's a bunch of men in here that are having trouble with relationships. And I know some of them. And Lord, I pray that you'll help them come to trust your love, that it'll do all things. And that maybe they just need to forgive and find the peace that comes from forgiveness in them. And Lord, something else you showed me recently is that if I have no joy, it's because I have no hope. Lord, if I've lost my joy, I've lost my hope. So Lord, help us to find our hope in you, and find our joy in you, and find our love in you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.